Evan's Journey to Life. Who's the boss but memory? Day 83. To read this post, it must be understood that we're walking this process in blog Heaven's Journey to Life multidimensionally, which means each post covers one dimension but is interconnected into and as multi-dimensions in our process of walking the point and question of who I am and how this I created and manifested this entire physical existence. Thus suggested to read this blog from day one, as many of the points in previous dimensions, days, and posts are always brought through into the next day's dimensions and posts, as all the dimensions interconnect as the multidimensionality we've created and manifested, as our separation as energy and consciousness from and of life and equality and oneness. Thus, if one is faced with this post and have not yet read this blog from day one, suggests that self first start from day one, as otherwise one will have no context of many dimensions that is walked in this post, that has been dealt with in detail in previous posts. Please note, we will be continuing with the process of the origins of males and females in Adam and Eve within posts to continue once we have completed walking the framework of character and personality creations in the mind that will be referred to when and as we continue with walking the process of the origins of males and females, Adam and Eve. However, the thread and dimensions of the chicken or the egg and how the fruit of life became rotten still applies within this process of character creation, in seeing, realizing, and understanding how we simultaneously created and manifested our within and without as internal and external realities as the chicken and the egg. And within this, how we as the tree of humanity and life have produced the rotten fruit of ourselves and generations of children to come in our accepted and allowed relationship of separation of and as the mind and the physical. What we have established thus far in the process of character creation, as walked in the previous post from the first character creation, is how we within the initial moment of character creation create characters from a starting point of reaction and energy experience, whether negative and bad or positive and good, where this process of reaction and the initial instance of creating characters first started in our minds, in our relationship to our parents' minds and characters, within our unconscious and physical mind, where according to our parents' minds and characters, we'll choose and decide which characters we'll use or not use to create and construct our own personalized characters and personalities. With this choosing, dependent on how our beingness react to our parents' minds and characters within our unconscious and physical mind. Within this, we have walked how we use our physical mind eyes to accordingly accumulate memories into and as our unconscious and physical mind, where consciousness utilize particular specific memories of our processes of character creation and construction in ourselves and the mind. Thus, we now have the primary constructs and processes involved regarding character creation within our minds, reactions, and memories, and how we use our physical mind eyes in the process of memory accumulations and manifestations and reactions to determine the nature of our characters within the polarities of either good and positive or bad and negative, dependent on our relationship, interaction, and approach to and towards our external environment, and whether a good and positive reaction in character or bad and negative reaction in character would serve our interest and survival and experience of the search and seeking of the more of ourselves and here, the most within and during our relationship, interaction, and participation within and as our external environment and world. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to inequality and oneness with and as life, energy, and substance, the mind and the physical, from the beginning to now, seen, realized, and understood the extent to which who I am is in fact existent from and of memory, with my mind an automated manifested memory database that I use to create and manifest me into and as characters from memories. And so all my characters of me in my mind is in fact memory, me and my relationship to the physical body, and so this physical existence, being and becoming a living, functioning memory, all the while missing the reality of here in every moment of breath as I am, so separated from and of my physical body, with no awareness, inequality, and oneness with my physical, the physical reality that is in fact here, as all my attention is existent, diverted, and preoccupied within my physical mind eyes, searching and seeking for the optimum physical experience that I can store and manifest within my unconscious and physical mind as a memory, to use to construct and create my characters to embody me into and as a living and functioning memory made flesh. With my physical mind eyes possessed with the search and seeking for the more of me and here as characters and energy experiences, I do not in fact see here inequality and oneness with this physical existence, and only use the memories that manifest within my unconscious and physical mind that can be and become potential characters and potential living and functioning memories as me. As I come to embody the characters of memory, I create and construct from memory within myself. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand the process and principle of the statement, if you know the beginning, you know the end. As we begin as who we are in the creation and construction of characters in our minds from and of memory, beginning as memories, creating characters from and of memories that we come to physically live out as memories made flesh, becoming a living memory, and so the end. As when we leave this physical reality, we only end up as memories and characters in other human beings' minds that eventually cease to exist as well, as those whose minds in which we remained as memories leave this physical reality, and so our presence and living in this world on this earth has come to nothing, which within this brings into question, did we and do we in fact really exist? If who we are, eventually and inevitably in this world and on this earth, cease to exist entirely as memories, cease to exist, with memories being dependent on our mind and physical relationship, for the moment that connection between the mind physical is severed and end, everything of who we are, equally as one, cease to exist as memory within the mind, here and in the hereafter, where the only thing that always remain as human as memories and illusions come and go, is this physical existence that we as illusions are in the process of destroying and annihilating as we come and go into this physical existence and attempting and trying to make the illusion real in our minds, missing life and living that's always been here in every moment of breath. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to, from the beginning to now, inequality and oneness with life, energy, and substance, the mind and the physical, seen, realized, and understood, why and how in and on this earth and physical existence with so many human beings, that if we were to stand up and stand together and really within ourselves align our relationship to ourselves and all, within working together to create and manifest this world into an existence that will assist and support all equally as one, we'd change our lives and the generations to come. But instead, the more humans come into this world and on this earth within and as the starting point of emerging and creating who we are from memory into characters within the mind and illusion, existing as living and functioning memories made flesh that come to direct, control, influence, and determine who we are and what and how we live, only searching and seeking the fulfillment of self and energy experiences within self-interest and survival, the more this physical existence and earth deteriorate, because we have no equal and one relationship with ourselves, the physical body, and so this physical existence, but only approach it and live in it from the starting point of reaction, to create and manifest memories, to create and manifest characters to become living memories. We have no relationship to our physical body and this physical existence, or anything and anyone within it, but reaction. That within that very reaction relationship to and towards everything and everyone only serves the interest and survival and experience of ourselves within our own minds. Where I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to consider, for example, that it's not overpopulation of humanity that is the problem, but maybe should consider that we're sending ourselves as humanity on this earth more potential human beings to stand up and stand together for global change that would be best for all. More man and woman power to stand up, stand together for ourselves, for all, and align ourselves into manifesting this world that would really assist and support all equally as one. Because if we'd all stand together, we can align and restructure and direct ourselves all in this world into an equal and one functioning whole, where it's thus not overpopulation that's the problem, but that it's in fact who we are within ourselves and our relationship to ourselves and all. And so also the world system and its relationship to ourselves and all that's the problem. If we can start here with ourselves, and so with the change of the world system, we're manifesting an opportunity for change within humanity, and so this world as a whole. But instead, we've individually and together only come to exist as living memories, in and as our minds, using and abusing the time and opportunity we have in this world and on this earth, in every moment of breath, possessed within our physical mind eyes, existing in a relationship of reaction of energy experience to and towards everything and everyone, where this reaction relationship serve only the interest of the mind, in searching and seeking the more of itself and here, in using this reaction and relationship to create and manifest memories and become a living memory and illusion. Spending so much time on creating illusions when we have infinite potential on this earth and in this physical existence right here to change and transform this experience and living of ourselves on this earth with humanity in actually creating and manifesting life that is real, tangible, and substantial, and will stand and remain for generations to come, where the consequences clearly, physically, visibly showing regarding our attention manifested into illusion and creation as the mind and consciousness, within the state and condition of humanity in this world, being neglected, ignored, and disregarded. And that it's time to step out of memory and illusion and into reality to in fact become real here in this physical body, and so our actual physical living, where we commit ourselves and lives to in fact contribute to what is best for all. And so when and as we leave this life and world, what will remain of ourselves is not a memory, but a physical remembrance and creation and process of ourselves that will gift life to those coming into this world as ourselves, equally as one as self gifted life to self, from existing as illusion to birthing self into and as physical living. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to inequality and oneness with and as life, energy, and substance, the mind and the physical, from the beginning to now, seen, realized, and understood the sound, energy, and physical symbolism and manifestation of and as ourselves as memory, where me, mo, are, why, with me representing the self and I, who I am, mo representing moment as what would be the moment within and between the eye blinks, where self is present in the moment, but not here in the moment, inequality and oneness within as breath, as one is possessed with the physical mind eyes that will within that possessing only process the moment according to whether it would serve the process of memory accumulation for character creation. R representing the reverse, and Y representing the manifestation of self and the creation and manifestation of time within the mind as past, the top left leg of the Y present as the vertical standing point of the Y, and the future as the type right leg of the Y. Thus, as memory, we are reversing the mo as the moment in the physical, into and as our minds, into and as me, and me's as memory manifestations, reversing as taking an actual physical moment of ourselves in reality and manifesting it in ourselves into an illusion and character as memory in the mind. Where in this moment, we're not standing as here, inequality and oneness, with and as ourselves, the physical and the moment, but standing within and as why, as time, as past, present, and future of and as the mind. Where in the present moment, in and between the eye blinks, we create the past as we take the present moment, manifesting it into and as a memory that becomes the past as of that present moment. And at the same time, take that present to past moment that would become our future, as that memory and moment will be used to create and construct a character that we will come to physically embody and live out. And so the entire interrelationship between past, present, and future still remains within and as the past as memory within ourselves, always in fact creating the future from and of the past in the present within ourselves, never living here in actual physical reality. And thus, this interrelationship between the past, present, and future as it exists within us as the why of and as the memory that we are, we create and manifest our me's as characters from and of memories of mo as moments in actual physical reality that we are reverse into illusion, becoming the past to create our future from and of the past as memory, as a character we will eventually come to live out and embody. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how, In this process of me existing as memory and so creating memory, where the very memory I create is in its very manifestation representing a moment of me as I reversed a physical moment into illusion and memory, in and as and from which I would create a character and personality. With the very memory itself representing the past, present, and future as it's in its very manifestation, the past of a present moment that becomes my future as future character and personality creation as me. That in this process of memory creating memory, what I am in fact doing is creating illusions of me from reactions to and towards my physical body and physical environment. Illusions as memory constructing my illusionary reality as the mind of energy as an entire construction and creation of memories, where we've certainly become sufficient at creating memories as illusions in the mind, but have in no way throughout time in fact learned what it means to create life and live in this physical existence as a whole. That if we would spend as much time with stopping memory creations and aligning ourselves into physical living as we do within our process of memory and illusion creations, we'd become a humanity changed, but instead have accepted and allowed memories to represent who we are as illusions, so many memories as characters, saturating the more of ourselves and here as characters and energy experiences. Instead of living here with ourselves in equality and oneness with the physical body and this physical existence, establishing communication and relationships with and as what is real here, living in reality and with reality, instead of creating consequence as illusion to manifest that only harm, destroy, and annihilate what is really in fact real here. So the question remains, are you going to only be a memory that will surely cease to exist as memory here and in the hereafter? Or will you stand with and as and for life in contributing to a world and existence in the here and the hereafter, where what you contribute will remain as you in equality and oneness in the here and hereafter, in providing an opportunity for life and living for generations to come as self on this earth and into this existence? Who are you? Illusion or life in the process of birthing life to self as all in the physical? I commit myself to show how we as human beings, as living memories, characters, have throughout the history of human civilization accepted and allowed ourselves to, in the within and without of ourselves, be controlled by memories that has become who we are as all the various characters of memory we've created and manifested within ourselves, within and from reaction through our physical mind eyes, and have only evolved in the ability to create and manage illusion within the mind, which each individually have exalted into and as the superiority over and of the physical body, and so this physical existence. Equally as one as we have created and manifested the very world system of money, constructed and manifested from and of memory as a physical memory machine that has come to control as the authority and superiority over and of this physical existence in humanity, where I commit myself to show, with the world system of money as physical memory machine, existent and constructed and manifested from, of, and as memory, and so exist as memory, with this physical existence that continued evolving and moving physically throughout time in and as here, we now have a world system of money existent of the past, controlling the present and determining its future and the future of humanity in this physical existence from and of the starting point of the past, which has created and manifested the consequences of humanity in this physical existence as the world system of money is not aligned with here, as humanity in this physical existence, inequality and oneness. And so it moved out of sync and alignment with the here of humanity in this physical existence, functioning from the past, in the present, and recreating the past as the future, as the world system function within the principle of problem, reaction, solution, that only serve its own interest and survival as being the problem, reacting to this physical existence and humanity to come up with a solution to guard and protect the more of itself and here as the evolution of only the world system, which is why and how there has been no change in this world, as the very problem is the starting point of the world system, and with changing the relationship equation of problem, reaction, solution to problem, responsibility, directive, and principle, as with the equal money system, that will be aligned with here and what's best for all, in and as the equality and oneness with humanity and this physical existence, so that as beings come and go, the here will always be stable and give each and all in this world an equal and one opportunity to life and living. I commit myself to show how we as human beings walking this earth is and has become no different to the demons that was found within the demon dimension of the heaven existence and hereafter. As with the journeys into the heaven existence, with and through the portal, we found demons to simply be beings that crossed over and got trapped within it as memories of their lives on earth, and mostly only one memory and one traumatic memory with which they became possessed as they crossed over, with no other dimensional beings as guides, angels, archangels that in any way assisted and supported them, but left the beings in and as their memory possession, haunted by their own past and memory, and so became the haunted as demons. Thus, with demons essentially existing as beings, trapped in and as one memory possession, human beings is and has been no different, if not even far worse than demons in the demon dimension, because we're possessed by and through multiple memories, from which we create and construct multiple characters in our minds and existent as living memories, haunted and possessed by our own past as our own past, becoming the haunted in this world reality and earth, haunting this world with our individual past, our collective past, and so the physical memory of this world system as past manifest. Demeaned as humans and equally as one as the demons, where we degraded and devalued the meaning of this physical existence in accepting and allowing ourselves to make the illusion as memory more than the actual physical and physical reality, and accordingly now face and experience the consequence of this within ourselves as humanity in this physical existence as a whole, where equally as one, as the apparent angels and guides and archangels did in no way assist and support the demons in the demon dimension, so do no human being in any way assist and support the demons as past of and as themselves and each other in this world system as a whole, as we're all possessed within and as memories, only reacting to everything and everyone, instead of considering the solution as what's best for all, inequality and oneness here. I commit myself to show why and how who we are is and always has been illusion, existent from and of the past as memory that we've made real and alive, through and as energy and energy experience, where we created an entire internal reality of illusion, existent as memories and energy, dependent on and from the actual real reality as the physical and as energy consumed physicality for its continued survival and existence, which within this manifest the world system of money, in and as the equal and one manifestation of the realm of illusion as the world system of money and consumerism, is valued as life, that is dependent on this actual real physical world as money, consumed physicality, to serve only itself and its own evolution and survival. And thus, I commit myself to show why and how the process is birthing life from the physical, which is birthing ourselves from the physical, from where we were supposed to have started from the beginning, but instead demeaned reality and the physical by making energy and money as illusion more than reality, which is and has been manifesting the internal and external consequence we face today. Time to stop the past, present, future equation of memory, energy, and illusion, and align ourselves with here as breath in walking the process of standing equal to and one with what is real as the physical body and this physical existence, and really start the actual process of creation, gifting life to ourselves and so all, as we start taking responsibility for this physical world and existence that we've for so long, too long, abused to try and attempt to keep the illusion alive.